All right, so let's go ahead and get into another one, man. And this one I am very excited for. Some of you were asking me about it on Twitter, my comment section, Discord. I hinted at it, said there was an embargo case that I have been rocking for the past few days. And I'm gonna be real with you, man. I'm really liking what this case has going on. And this case probably will be in my new updated top 10 case video that comes out next week. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is gonna be the all new UAG Monarch Pro with that G10 material. Let's get into it. So as you already know, man, this case is going to be redesigned. But I know you're like, wait a minute, T. I've seen this Monarch Pro the Monarch Pro before. Excited. Let me slow down. I've seen this Monarch Pro before when the iPhone 15 Pro Max first came out. I have had the old version since before I even got the phone, but I didn't ever look at this case because UAG, I felt, rushed these cases to the market. They were for a premium price point. You didn't have an action button, and then you just gave us MagSafe, and then you give us some of the weakest magnets that I've probably ever seen on a case. Let's just be real with you. But it's safe to say that for this new version, now you do have an action button, and your magnets are greatly improved. And we're going to go ahead and talk about it. But first things first, let's go ahead and talk about G10. What is G10 material? Now, what that has involved, look, I don't know, all right? I don't know what is in G10. I'm going to pop it on the screen. They sent me the definitions. I'm going to let you read the scientific definition so you know exactly what's going on with this G10 material. But I will tell you this, it feels very durable, feels very good in your hands. It's a carbon fiber-like material that I feel like will hold up over time. And I just really love the way it looks, man. That Monarch Pro design, in my opinion, has always been fire. I know it's not for everybody. Some of you are going to say, T, that case is hideous. I would never use it on my phone. Cool, I get it. Everybody has a personal preference. I'm not mad at this design because sometimes just looking at plain black and gray cases is boring as hell, in my opinion. So I can appreciate what UAG is doing with this design. Now, on the inside of this G10 material, you have a little bit of top grain leather. You can see it kind of textured. This is something that we've seen before when it comes to their Monarch Pro, and you have little orange accent. Now, UAG, what I really would love if you gave us this in different colors. Imagine if this was a blue and black G10 material. Absolute fire. All right. So I would like to see different colors. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the remaining of the case. Now, the sides are going to be made of very firm silicone rubberish TPU. Now, this isn't going to be super duper flimsy, but it's strong enough to where it is passable when we are talking about fitting on the phone. You know, I'm a stickler for fit. This has firm enough and thicker sides enough so it don't feel like it'll be droopy or anything like that over time. Of course, you get your magnets here. Let's go ahead and bring my magnet paper over here. So you see the magnet with the alignment ring is there, although you can't see it. And on the sides, you get a little bit of honeycomb pattern. All right, this is going to really help you with the grip of this case. And you do get your raised up rubber buttons with the air slit. So let's go ahead and grab the scale. Let's see how much this bad boy weighs. Now, this is going to be a UAG Monarch Pro. This is going to be for the heavy duty protection. So I know the weight is going to be there. So looking at the weight of it, we're looking at 70 grams with the case alone. Popping the 15 Pro Max in here, it's going to be probably north of 300. I can probably already tell you. 306 grams, iPhone 15 Pro Max paired with the Monarch Pro together. Now, let's go ahead and step through it. This is going to be how the natural titanium looks with this case right here. All right, let me give you the little, I don't have the B-roll and the beauty shots, but I got multiple camera angles that I can show you, man. I think the natural titanium may not be the best color to go with this, especially if you had a black, you know, maybe if Apple came out with that rumored orange color that we were talking about. But nonetheless, I do think it looks good. Let's go ahead and step around the phone. So on the top side, you're going to get a few different cuts. That's kind of what this Monarch Pro has going on. So you're going to kind of get a little dip right here when it comes to the sides. Reinforced corners, okay? All four of these corners are going to be reinforced. This is 25 feet of drop protection, and I feel every bit of it. I feel like I can chuck this thing across the road, and it'll be perfectly fine. This thing feels very, very durable. Cut along the sides. Like I said, you get that power button with that air slit. Very nice and tactile button. No issues right there on that side. Like I said, let me get it up close. You do get this nice looking honeycomb pattern, in my opinion, and that really helps when you're talking about with the grip of it. Flipping over on the bottom, you see all of your cutouts are spot on. Even that Type-C cutout looks like it's big enough to get that thicker head up in there. Pause, no diddy. All right, it just looks like it's big enough to get a Type-C head up in there. Volume up and down, and your action buttons. All right, about to be a live drop test. All the buttons work absolutely perfect. They are rubber with those air slits, so I expect them to work very well. Flipping it over on the back, of course, you're going to get a raised camera lip, and this camera lip is going to be comprised of that same TPU rubberish material, so you don't got to worry about aluminum camera rings and different things like that scratching. Now, let's go ahead and talk about sitting on the table, because I know a lot of you always like this. Majority of cases don't do this, but this case will not rock. This is going to be a case that sits flat on the back because you have your 4 raised corners on all the sides, and that's going to protect you from keeping this nice G10 material comprised of all the things that I showed you before in pristine condition. You're going to be able to keep this material in good looking condition. You can set it down, type, text, or if you're in the meetings texting like you ain't supposed to be doing, the phone will remain flat. Now, lay on the table protection. As you can see right here, like I said, this is going to be a big boy case. This does have a tempered glass screen protector on it, and you do get a nice little lip that goes all the way around it. Once again, 25 feet of drop protection, so that's what I'm expecting when you were talking about the lippage, all right? The thick lips. No pause on that, because fellas, I know we all like some thick lips, all right? No pause on that, because you're going to be able to put it down on the table, do what you need to do, and you will be just fine. It has a nice defined lip that goes around. Now, let's talk about the fit, because here is where I have my first little ding. And it's not really a ding, because the fit of it actually is very good. I'll tell you why I ding it. So if you come, why I ding it. So if you go on the top right here, when you're talking about the pull test, you're going to get a little bit of give, all right? But once again, these sides are very thick. They're very rigid. It definitely does not feel like this is something that's going to warp over time. So that does have a very firm feeling. Let's start off with the top here. You're going to get a little pull, of course, when it comes to your buttons. Once again, this is still not bad. This is passable. I'm giving it a passing grade, barely, okay? But I think it's just good enough for me to where I don't have to worry about that, especially, what was that noise? My girlfriend just banging pots and pans over there. I don't got to worry about it stretching out or doing anything like that. I think it'll be just fine. Going along the bottoms, you get a little bit of pull, but once again, all of this is very stiff. No issues at all. Going down the bottom, you get a little bit of droop right here, but I'm not worried about any of that pull. I'm not worried about any of that droopage. All of this still fits very good in my opinion. And when you're talking about popping it on the off, this case fits so deeply in the actual case. The phone fits so deeply. Once all the sides are popped on, it's not coming off. You don't have anything to worry about. So the fit of this fits very good. Here is my little thing that I told you that I would ding it for. You remember how the old UAG Monarchs fit, fit on your phone on the old 13 Pros? How I know, because my brother has a 13 Pro model, and those sides were rigid, all right? We're going to talk about the price point of this, because that's going to be a next major ding. But I wish UAG would go back to those very firm and rigid sides that just did not move. That will be just the icing on the cake when it comes to this Monarch Pro. This is your top dog case. Put all of your top dog features into it. I'm not sure why they went away with the rigid sides to the more flexible sides. I'm not 100% sure. UAG, let me know in the comment section down below. So overall, fit is good. I don't have no really complaints with it. Just wish it was the older, firmer design. Now, let's go ahead and talk about how it feels in the hand. This bad boy's gonna be a little chunky monkey. Like I said, it's gonna bulk your stuff up a little bit, man, but this is what you expect if you're running a UAG case. You're gonna need that protection, and that's exactly what this gives. It feels very good in your hands, although it is thicker. Yes, you do know you have a case up here, but the sides feel good because you do have that honeycomb on the sides, and that really lets you grip the case very well. It's where I'm using this, I don't feel like I have any issues gripping onto this case. It actually grips very good. It stays planted in your hand. You don't have anything to worry about. You don't really have any sharp edges digging into your fingers, even though this is kind of curved and beveled on the sides. I don't feel like it's uncomfortable digging in your hands. Everything feels comfortable with holding this. Just know that it is going to be a little bit thicker in your hands. Pause. No Diddy again. Jesus Christ. It's going to be have a little weird. It's going to feel thick in your hands. Goodness. Let's talk about the dang old MagSafe, man. I'm about to get demonetized. So let's go ahead and bring this MagSafe over here and let's see what she's working with. Once again, I'm going to talk to you about those MagSafe matters, because before, you see, it does work with MagSafe just fine. Now, let me go ahead and, well, you know what? Before we do that, let me show you the old version of the Monarch Pro so I can show you the improvement. So let's go ahead and bring the old version of the Monarch Pro. Let's pop it down. And yeah, it did work with MagSafe. Now, is it going to pick this base up? No, she's not picking the base up at all. This was my big issue with this case, that it was so much and you would barely pick this base up. All right. So that's what the old Monarch Pro did when it comes to that. Let's go ahead and get the newbie and the G10. Let's see how she performs when it comes to the MagSafe test. All right. We're talking about getting that with pretty good ease. Okay, you're not gonna do, oh yeah, you got some heavy, yeah. So that is greatly improved when it comes to the MagSafe strength. They actually made it stronger, and I can get down with this from UAG because this was one of my major concerns when it comes to MagSafe strength. They did their thing, adding that extra magnetic strength. I am here for it. Good job, UAG, giving us that MagSafe strength. Let's go ahead and test out some of our MagSafe accessories real quick, and I'm gonna try to get you up out of here. Pop in a MagSafe wallet if that's what you want to do up here. No worries. All right, this G10 material has a little bit of a matte feeling, which I feel like it grabs a little bit of that material. This bad boy ain't going nowhere. All right, this is up here. It's barely even moving to the side without you really having to move it. These MagSafe accessories fit up there very, very good. So if you're running a wallet, if you want to run a wallet, you don't have any worries with this G10 case. And you can just, you see what I'm saying? You got to be ready. You got to really yank it to be able to get it up off of there. Now, let's go ahead and do the shake test. This is where I feel like you might see a shift, because even though it does have a very strong magnet, this is a very smooth material. I'm not expecting us to be able to get to full strength to get this bad boy off. And I'm not going to shake it crazy because my son is sleeping. I don't want to wake him up. But let's go ahead and go to light shake. All right. Medium shake. All right. Heavy duty. All right, that was heavy duty shake. All right, so you see you had to really bear down on it to get that battery pack to fly off. And I always like to say, man, that's an extremely exaggerated test, but I love to do that so you can see how strong this case and the magnet is. So that's gonna be it when it gets to the UAG Monarch Pro. Now, some of you who are still rocking with me, man, let's go ahead and tell you about the Achilles heel, and it's the price. This case is going to be 150 bucks, okay? Yes, a $100 bill and a $50 bill, okay? It's expensive as hell, and UAG is too expensive. You're doing this same thing like the Spigen Enzo. I mean, you have such a good case, but you're outpricing it that nobody will go out there and spend that money on it. Now, is it worth 150? No. Is it worth 80? Yeah. All right. So if you said this case was 80 bucks, I wouldn't even complain. But 150 sets this case to a stratosphere that majority of people aren't going to go buy when it comes to a case. I absolutely love the case. I'm going to keep this on my phone and run it as my daily case for a little while because I really like it. This case will be in my top 10 case video because I think it is that good, but it's just too. Once you get above that $100 price point, you're just setting it to a stratosphere that people are just not going to pay. You have a few bit of people who may pay that 150. It's too expensive. You're going to have to lower this price. I don't give a damn what material it's made out of. It's too expensive. Although you have a damn good case that I'm standing by, and it's now going to become my new daily case for a little bit. Improve with the action button. You fix that, the MagSafe strength, the fit, the look, which is very dope in my opinion. And it's heavy duty that's going to be able to handle the dropsies in case you do so. I'm about to go on vacation for a little bit. Normally I'll rock the Phone Rebel. This is going to be my go-to case right here when we are talking about it. So UAG Monarch Pro, I love it. I really, really like this case, but you put yourself at a price point that just makes it a little bit of just outlandish for most people. All right. So UAG, hope you saw that, man. Hit the link down below if you want to check it out, man, and make this for the iPhone and make this for the Samsung. Go grab yourself up one. If you got one, let me know what you think about this case, what you think about the price. Let me know down below, man. If you want to check out my previous top 10 case videos where you can get some amazing cases that don't cost nearly as much as this one, I'm gonna pop that video right here.